In the cozy Montessori classroom, children were busy with their work. Some were building towers, some were rolling mats, and others were carefully pouring water from one jug to another. But there was one little girl who found it hard to stay quiet. Her name was Maheen. Maheen loved to talk. She talked while working, she talked while walking, and she even talked while the teacher was giving a lesson. "Look what I made," she would shout. "Do you want to play with me?" she would call out loudly. Sometimes she even sang songs when it was time to listen. The other children tried to focus, but Maheen's cheerful chatter often distracted them. One day, Miss Amina, their kind teacher, gently gathered the children on the circle mat. "I have a very special game for you today," she whispered with a smile. Maheen's eyes sparkled. "A game?" "Yes," Miss Amina whispered again, placing her finger on her lips. "It's called the Silence Game. This game is all about listening and staying very, very quiet. Do you think you can keep your body still and your mouth quiet?" Some children nodded slowly. Others smiled shyly. "I'm going to whisper someone's name, and if you hear your name, you may quietly come and sit beside me." The room became still. The only sound was the ticking of the clock. "Ayan," Miss Amina whispered. Ayan looked up, tiptoed silently across the room, and sat next to her. "Lena," she whispered again. Lena gave a tiny smile and joined them like a quiet little mouse. Maheen wanted to hear her name too, but it was so quiet, she almost forgot to talk. Finally, she heard it. "Maheen." She gasped quietly and tiptoed over, holding her breath, afraid to make a sound. When all the children had joined Miss Amina, she looked at them proudly. "You just created a beautiful silence," she said softly. "Did you hear the birds outside, or the rustle of the leaves?" The children nodded. Maheen whispered, "I heard the clock and my heart." Everyone giggled quietly, of course. From that day on, whenever the classroom felt too noisy, Miss Amina would smile and say, "Shall we play the silence game?" And Maheen, she still loved to talk, but she also became the best at playing the silence game. Sometimes she would remind others, "Let's see who can be really quiet like a butterfly." And in that peaceful classroom, silence became magical, not because it was forced, but because it was chosen.
Silence is powerful, especially in a child's world filled with sound and movement. Creating quiet moments helps children focus, concentrate, and find their inner calm. When a child is feeling very energetic or hyper, it's okay to pause, gently help them calm down. Wash their face, let them sit in a quiet spot, breathe deeply, and relax. These simple steps can really help them listen better and feel more in control. For teachers, silence is especially important during teaching time. When we share important information, the classroom should be still, everyone listening with attention. This helps children process and understand what they are learning. At home, parents can also encourage quiet time through fun silence games. When a group of children are playing together, pause the noise and introduce a silence challenge. It's fun and it teaches patience, awareness, and self discipline. Silence is not empty, it's full of possibility.